Welcome back to Power Ranger Shadow Omens episode 25. Last time we had a kidnapping where Konami decided to do Chris a solid, do the team a solid, and find the missing orchid. She very much found Orchid, but not the right Orchid, and abducted him from the streets. The video went viral and ended up in Chris's penthouse, where he was half interrogated and also half scarred for life. So that happened. Then they found themselves in an alleyway near SHU, Silver Hills University, where a drug deal was going on, and some university kids ganged up on Chris and the rest and gave them a nice 1-2. And then, out of nowhere, a blizzard of red came and wiped everyone out, and we were left with a standing figure looking down on everybody. And that is where we will continue with the introduction of our new friend or foe.
Who knows? I think like once the petals they dance away, he just kind of like turns and looks at everyone, and he goes, "Huh." First orchid goes missing, or gets kidnapped, and then I find Shadow Omens green in all this. Kind of looks around, starts like inspecting like the kids to see if there's any like any of the powder dust left.
You see some like little, like tiny little clumps of like dust on the floor, but like they slowly get like they like kind of like clump up, and then they get like blown from like the breeze. So you kind of just see like sparkles in the air, and then also around their body, all their auras slowly start dimming and going away. So they're it seems to be like the effects of them are dissipating.
Gotcha. Um. Uh. Does it seem like they're gonna need any additional like medical aid, like just in this scenario? Probably, as we've seen this, or as he's seen this, call the uh 911 or EMTs or anything like that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you call your local medical facility, and they it's your typical call in that you've done many times, and they're sending dispatch out now.
Probably get out of here before we should probably get out of here before anyone shows up. Maybe get your friends there to safety. Looks at Soren and Thorsten.
Yeah, Soren nods. He's disappointed in himself that he failed to protect the group after being clobbered by that red guy with the sideways hat.
I was muted, but I was saying that Soren, you're knocked out. Remember?
Okay. I was wondering because he looked at Soren. So
no, he was talking about Thorsten and Soren because they were the most beat up.
Problem. Okay, I'm unconscious. I didn't say anything.
I am dead, actually.
I'm actually dead.
That's what he thinks as he passes on. Meets Charlie.
Oh God!
You give me the kiss of life.
I'll go meet Charlie.
But yeah, what did the Thorsten kind of like semi coming to and then Benji, Chris, and Adam taking in everything that just happened, and this guy talking to you guys very informally. What how do you guys?
Adam is unscathed.
Is
First
it
of all.
very?
Yeah, Adam is unscathed, by the way.
Chris
Yeah,
is like
fine.
bleeding out of his mouth, just like gripping his torso like on a knee. It's like, hey, thanks, man, for all of this. Are you're a Power Ranger?
He looks and he goes, Chris.
Yeah.
That's
Have we met before?
you probably wouldn't know me, but I know you.
Yeah, I get it.
Yeah.
Is it?
You follow me on TikTok?
I definitely do not follow you on TikTok. But you're great at what you do.
Thanks.
It's
I appreciate
D-
that.
DDA. DDA. Question about the flower petals. Do they look like Gurins?
Well, I also wanted to ask, in conjunction with your question, is it obvious it's a fox on that person's head?
So to answer Adam's question first, the petals seem to be whole versus Gudin's were always shattered and withered.
Okay.
These seem to be whole and very alive, very vibrant.
I think Adam's so like seeing the red petals. He's gonna after Chris said all of that. I think he's gonna go forward and like put his shield next to like over Chris, like go in front of him with his shield up. And ask who are you before anything else happens, with his left arm like covering over his other shield, like protect like both of his arms are crossed inside the shield basically.
Mm.
And then to answer Benji's question, it is Vulpus like, so it's very similar to like that of a fox.
Well, then I think the red plus foxish would make him immediately go, if you're gonna murder us, do it now, Gurren. I'm tired of this.
He goes, whoa. He puts his hands up. I get a lot of animosity. Again, I did just call someone to take care of these kids. Dimension or Eric's.
Why would we take you back to Eric's after you murdered him?
He goes, that wasn't me. Well, it was me, kinda, but not.
You murdered Eric? That's not cool.
Right? Well, it was a different. All right. Is the I actually don't know. Is the power down function just power down? I guess.
Is this some multi-dimensional crap again?
Essentially. So would you be off the? I'm assuming you'd be off the rooftop at this point.
Yeah, absolutely. He would have just flip down, jump down.
Yeah, it would essentially be like a power down or kind of like a unclenching of the butt cheeks.
Yeah, he like powers down, and you see like,
So if you right click your token and then click on multi-side and then press choose side, you can dial it over to the other side, and you can present everyone your true form.
That's very cool. There we go. It is Yarrow, but it's very like much softer looking at first glance, Yarrow. Definitely looks like someone who's not from a post-apocalyptic world, and wasn't tortured for a bunch of crazy stuff, but
Oh, you've got to be kidding me.
yeah. Still has like a sword like affixed to him. Has like a big hoodie draped over him and like a red jersey that says Silver Hills.
Hey, that
Right.
looks like Orchid.
That's Yarrow. He'll get up off the ground and then move over to Soren and move to heft him up onto his shoulders, like firemen carry him. Like, let's get out of here before we play 20 questions.
I mean, if you give me a moment, I can help him get up.
If you could, please. Thank
But
you.
well, I mean, I wanted to say before he says that though, he would have closed his fist, stood, shivered like he might cry, and say no, and then he will go help Soren, and then he's gonna leave.
Actually, upon like seeing like just the face of Jarl, like not even just seeing like the same facial structure as like Jarl that we fought, like Adam, like you kind of see him about to go into Soulburn, but like seeing like he's not like super messed up, like veins and everything. He's just gonna like calm down and put away his shield and go collect the power dust if there's any around left to collect.
Yeah, you try to like check some of the uni kids, and you just find empty bags.
Okay. Should I call it in? I feel
Roll me a d4
oh,
real quick.
plus D2 or plus D20.
D4 plus D2.
No, just roll me a d4.
Oh,
D4.
boy.
Alright. Hey,
Ooh.
You, my friend, actually, after checking a few bodies, you actually stumble upon, like a little, it would be like a last, it would be considered like a single hit. You find like a little bit left in like the bottom of a baggie in the corner. Some black dust.
Black dust. Okay. Question for Benji. I forget if last session you told us about like the chat, the secret chat. Did you? I forgot.
I
The
think
one
he
that I ran into.
Yeah.
Yeah, I brought that up.
I think he mentioned
okay.
at Swedish Bros.
Yeah.
Swedish Bros. Of course.
After I said maybe we shouldn't talk about it here.
Yeah.
Okay. So
Also,
I'm.
did you get
I asked
Soren
him.
up?
I'm asking if you guys are okay with me spending a point, or he has to
Yeah,
sleep it off for
I'm
6
fine.
hours.
I'm
Then
fine
I'll
with that.
spend a story point to
Yeah.
get him up to 1 point.
Yeah, get them up.
All right. Soren then comes too.
Ugh.
The second Soren comes to, Thorsten's gonna set him down, and if Benji actually did bolt, he's frankly gonna bolt after him.
Yeah, he's just mildly walking off. He just being grumpy.
What
Um.
happened?
Do you
I'm.
power down Benji or
What? No, he just left.
there's a okay? You just walk away. Okay.
You just see Power Rangers walk out the alley, basically.
He just saw the dude that killed Eric, but then the alternate dude that I'm sorry, he saw the alternate dude that didn't kill Eric, but looks like the dude that killed Eric. He's seeing another person reminding him of Orchid. Saw other Orchid earlier. He's just not in a good mood. I'm just saying.
I'm gonna call in about the kids that are knocked out and that they use the power dust to Silver Guardians HQ, I
Well,
guess.
Yarrow already called the authorities about them.
Well, I think
He
it
called
was
the hospital.
he called the hospital, not Silver Guardians though.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
The
So I'm
local.
It'll probably get back to the Silver Guardians from that, but there's nothing wrong with that. I mean,
Yeah. Adam is
mm,
doing his Silver Guardian duties. Okay.
yeah. So I'm gonna call in like this group what group one I
Squad
think
one.
squad one this is squad one reporting a couple of delinquents found with the power dust. Local authorities have been called. Yeah, that's why I call in.
You receive back over comms. 10-4, putting in the call now.
And I think Adam's gonna pocket the black dust for now.
Do you power
Not
down?
only is Adam the Red Ranger, he also has pockets in his suit. Like, this is
I was about to
ridiculous.
say.
I was gonna say, do you power down?
Yeah, before like as soon as I power down, I pocket the dust. There we go. See there to fulfill the desire of having pockets.
um, yeah, I think Chris getting up to his feet, probably still like hunched over.
I think Adam will like
Wiping-
help you up or anything because like he's right
Yeah.
next to you. Yeah.
wiping like blood from the side of his mouth. It was well, nice to meet you. And he like holds out a hand to Niara.
Because yeah, we'll talk later. You did an event at a place I work at. It's cool. We'll talk later.
Okay. He puts his hand down slowly. So we all leave.
That's what I was gonna ask. Are you guys gonna go back to Eric's with him, or are you saying?
Well,
heck no
Thorsten's
to
still
that?
following after Benji to catch
I mean,
up with him first.
I'm just going home.
You're gonna walk home.
Yeah, why not?
All right.
And you see a Power Ranger walking down the street.
Why are you so weirded out by a
Yeah.
boy that's so emotionally distraught walking home?
Why are you walking on morphed?
Oh, you'd find somewhere private to turn back.
Well, that's why I was asking the question.
Mhm.
And also because you guys are in North Silver Hills and the house is more in South Silver Hills, so that's why I just wanted to know.
He just eats a long walk.
Got you. And Thorsten,
Yeah.
you follow Benji after?
He'll catch up, but he'll probably get the idea that Benji isn't gonna want to talk just yet. So he'll just stay there,
Bad boy.
not saying anything,
Mhm.
but just let him know that he's there.
Makes sense.
I got my bike stashed like around the corner at the one of the. I'm just gonna take my bike.
Yeah, you guys.
Someone with a bicycle.
You guys get out of the the
Motorbike.
the alley, and you see Yarrow pull around the corner in his this really nice motorcycle.
Sweet wheels.
Thanks, man. I'll see you guys at the mansion.
Yeah, well,
There was never a confirmation, and
there wasn't.
I
And
never,
Chris didn't bring his car here. They dragged him along here, so he doesn't have a ride anywhere.
Do you want to ride?
I think.
Well, I think Thorsten has a car now, so I think we just ride with
Thorsten
him.
have a car? Thought we used Winston.
Oh yeah, we
You
use
guys
Winston.
got-
Yeah,
guys
you used
got
Winston this
here.
time. I
Yeah.
didn't drive.
Oh yeah, I think Winston is still like out there waiting for us. So I think we just go to Winston.
Yeah, we got a ride.
All right, cool. I'll see you guys there. The lack of confirmation makes him very nervous, but he's just gonna go.
It's like, all right, well, I guess I'll see you guys.
I mean, if y'all want, we could meet back at my place. If that's more comfortable. Or,
This is
you know,
easily turned
less
into a
secret.
clusterfuck of nobody knowing where they're going.
I think let's go with
someone to say something definitive. I'm gonna go to the mansion. Hopefully, I see you guys there.
All right. Cool.
Jesus Christ.
Looks
I
over to
think it's-
Adam. Where are we going?
I was gonna say Chris doesn't know. This is a Adam, Sword, and Thorsten acknowledgement.
I look over to Thorsten and Soren.
Thorsten's
Imagine.
gone.
Oh,
Yeah,
of
God,
course.
Thorsten's
everyone's
gone. It's just
gone.
Adam.
okay. Oh,
Yeah,
that
because
was
Thorsten
No.
after Benji.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
God.
Yeah, so Adam and Soren.
Okay. Alright, so I mean Soren. Okay, so.
Okay, fine. Tell you what. Here, I'll compromise. I stormed off to the back of the Suburban that Winston's driving, and I'm pouting. Okay, how about that?
All right, we go over to Winston, wherever Winston's at, to the Suburban.
He sees you guys piling in the car. He's like, everything went according to plan.
Yeah.
Oh, Chris, was it?
Yeah, this is me. What's up?
You don't seem too well.
Yeah, I'm not good right now.
He leans over into his glove compartment and pulls out like a a little rag that's like and there's something wrapped in it, and he pulls it out. And he's like, "Here, hold this against your any lacerations."
Wish I could
Blue.
help more, but I'm spent.
Don't bleed on the seats. They're
I'm
they're
not bleeding. I just got hit really hard.
I'm not bleeding.
And he's like, "This will make it better," and he hands it over to you.
I guess Chris will hold it against his stomach where he got punched in the future.
as
Winston,
as
we're
you take it, like it's like cold. You could assume that it's like some type of like ice bag or something under the rag.
Yeah, I'll hold it against his stomach. Sort of
While
lean
he's
back
doing-
in the chair.
While he's
see.
doing that, Thorsten like, Winston, we're heading back to the mansion.
Sounds good, Master Thorsten.
We have some interesting business to discuss there as a group, apparently.
And as you say that, you just hear just as Yarrow motors off beside with the roaring of the motor.
So, you all know that guy?
Blares it, Chris. Through math.
Adam just stays silent and goes into the car.
It's complicated. And we're just going to leave it at that for now.
Okay. I mean, he's a ranger like you guys, no?
That's a good thing.
Like I said, it's complicated.
Okay. Guess they'll like lean back again, look out the window.
Let's just say life in general for this group has been complication over complication. So, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, you guys came from another universe, right? I mean, that's a little complicated.
I think it's complicated that he looks like the dude that murdered Eric. How is that complicated?
It's complicated because it's not him. Even if this is going to sound insane, because unfortunately this is the exact wording that needs to be for it. It looks like the one who did it because it is, but it isn't. Much like the Adam that's a journalist, and I don't mean our Adam, is still Adam, but
The
he's not
successful journalist.
our Adam. Or like the
Wait,
sword who's a
hold on.
florist.
Adam, what's your alternate name?
Lucas.
Yeah, don't you mean that's not Lucas?
What's
That's my point.
What did you make your last name? It was like Lucas something. Oh, dang it.
Lucas Knight.
Lucas Knight, that's right.
Lucas Knight, yeah.
I always forget. Okay, I gotta write this one down just so I never forget again.
Well, you and I, Benji, don't seem to have a counterpoint part, and there's an orchid here. Well, our orchid's gone.
So, earlier today, I just kidnapped that guy's brother.
Yeah, we don't tell him that.
Essentially. and it's ironic that his brother brought up the fact that he thinks he's involved with the power dust. Turns out it's a little more complicated, and yes, he says it in a very deadpan voice.
Chris sure gave him a lot of money to buy some, if that's the case.
Well, I didn't give it to Yarrow.
Not to Yarrow, I'm talking about to the orchid, sorry. My bad, I might have misunderstood.
I mean, if that's what Orchid wants to do with his money, he's free to do that.
Mm.
Either way, all this has just become as a series of complications, which I guess is just sums up alternate timelines and crossing over.
Is Konami in the car?
So I was gonna mention this. Konami at one point follows suit and sees you guys all pile in the car and is like, "Oh,
Nope.
yeah, I'm not getting in that."
Just teleport Konami. Just teleport.
She
Like Adam is like massaging his
Ransik.
forehead. Just teleport.
yeah, she she
Somebody
just,
needed an image of Konami. Where would they find it? Oh, wait, there it is. I found it.
Okay.
Never mind.
Benji's just gonna draw like a mustache on the picture.
I'm a little more classy than that. We'll see.
Slightly.
2 mustaches.
2. A top hat and a monocle.
Mr. Peanut coming to me.
Yeah, no, you just Konami just like, yeah, I'm not doing that. And then mentally, Chris, you hear, I'll see you at the mansion or whatever.
Yeah. Just meet us there. Do whatever else you gotta do.
I'll take a nice detour. And she spirals away into the sky.
Oh wait, hold on. I gotta go take a picture.
What?
I gotta take a picture of your bag. Hold on.
What?
We're
Wait.
in the car.
Oh yeah, actually, reminding myself of that. Adam. I think Adam would have picked up like the camera he had of like taking the pictures of everything, like of what was happening. And
Adam's like, oh yeah, that reminds me. Be right back.
Oh,
Yeah, that
do you have a
reminds me.
picture?
Also have to take a picture.
Could I use one of your pictures though? Could you send that to me?
I need to go grab my camera. Be right back. So like the alleyway because I actually forgot about it.
You left your camera?
It's in the alleyway. Adam like
Oh,
runs back to the
God.
alleyway.
Konami, go back. Konami, go get the camera.
You just hear, I'm already like miles away. That's your problem.
Oh my god. Okay, guys.
To
we
get
gotta the
instantly
camera.
teleport. Yeah, Adam quickly goes back to get the camera because I actually forgot about the camera until now. I actually forgot I had that set up somewhere.
That's
Sounds like
If it is-
Sounds like an ambulance rolling up.
Yeah,
So,
if it's
uh,
up to our GM's notice, you can say you've done that before you got in the car.
No, I think it
I
makes
think it's funny. It's funny that I forgot it actually. So yeah.
Like Winston just starts to drive and immediately go, wait, and Winston goes,
Wait, Winston then like Adam hops out of the car like dashing towards the alleyway. I
And he's
guess with
like,
Chris
"What?"
maybe
And he's-
behind him.
and he's like, what happened? He's like, my
But-
camera.
My camera and with all the incriminating evidence on it.
Winston just SMHs.
All the incriminating evidence on
Thorsten,
it right there.
Thorsten just pinches his brow and sighs.
Yeah, Adam goes to pick up his camera. It was just like no complication.
And as you're running away, you just hear Chris, send me one of those.
If
Yeah.
Chris is able to like walk over, he'll take like a selfie with some of the knocked out shots.
Hashtag mightier than some.
True.
Anyway, so yeah, you guys pile back into the car, and then Winston
Yeah,
looks in his rearview mirror and he's like, are you guys all ready now?
Yeah, good. And Adam like puts up his own way, cycling through pictures and deleting a bunch of them that just
Are
happened.
you
because
sure?
We got bodied basically by a bunch of school children.
Yeah, Thorsten just kind of looks behind, like, "Are you sure? You don't need to get anything else."
Like checks like his vest, like his vest pockets, and
This is the
like
pocket
his-
check.
the pocket check. You know, you gotta do like phone, wallet, keys, all that. Yeah, camera.
Power dust.
Yeah,
Drugs.
yeah, power dust. Yeah, I'm pretty sure everyone saw me pocket it.
Yeah, for sure. But yeah, so
So I'm not gonna say
Winston's
anything.
like,
Let's go.
alrighty,
Adam.
buckle up, and he. Oh, and this is the first time. Oh, I guess this will be the second time Chris experiences this. Yeah, like immediately you just get like thrown to the back of this like almost like heavy G-force as like he just starts bolting in this freaking SUV.
Oh. Are we is this an emergency or in some kind of rush?
No, this is just Winston.
Okay.
You don't want to see rush mode.
Oh, are we in a rush? Activate the turbo blasters.
Smirking.
Press the big
Yeah.
red button.
You don't want him to do that again. The first time was crazy. But yeah, so you guys drive back to the mansion. You see in the long driveway parked the bike from before with Yarrow nowhere to be seen.
Mm-hmm. During the ride, Chris is gonna text Melissa the picture,
Uh-huh.
and he's just gonna put as like the comment, crime equals stopped.
Melissa just sends back. The selfie that you send, did you make sure to like wipe any blood from your like lips?
Yeah, he's like in immense pain, just like waddling over there for the selfie, like smiles,
Clenches a smile like
clutches. Yeah.
She goes, she just goes, she audibly, she texts, says, sigh, and goes, at least you're okay.
I'll be expecting that spa trip.
She responds, I suppose I owe you one, but don't get yourself killed now, okay?
I'll try. Winky face.
You see the 3 dots of her typing, and then they stop. She just leaves it at that.
All right. We get out of the car at the mansion.
Mm-hmm. He parks it in the big garage.
Oh wow, some nice cars.
Oh, why thank you. I have quite a collection.
Oh, these are all yours? That's sick.
Yeah, I'm the main driver around here. Eric, he used to take some of these for a spin, but for the most part, these are mine to use.
He's like, Chris is sort of like looking at everything, taking it in, like nodding his head as he's looking around. Still probably in immense pain.
Holding the ice pack to your stomach.
It's like, oh wow, this is nice. You guys live here? Cool.
Cool.
Thorsten climbs out and looks at Chris. We gotta train you up.
Okay. Can we do that till like tomorrow?
Which is like, get on the ground.
Give me 20 right now.
There is a
You're gonna be dragged out there with those kids he trains.
Oh my lord.
Me and the kids both learning martial arts.
You're gonna show up at like 9 a.m. morning, like out in the park, next to a couple
There's a-
6-year-olds.
Doing laps.
It'll be like you're in soccer in
No,
elementary school.
At this point, they've gone beyond just doing the normal warm-ups. He's actually teaching them how to do shit.
Oh, they're advanced. They're more advanced than Chris. Oh no.
I'll get beat up by some kids.
He's like it's like when you're like the biggest kid in karate. It's like, oh no.
Yeah, there's a obvious pause in Thorsten's step before.
Do you guys?
Yeah. Tomorrow's probably for the best.
All right, cool.
You better get yourself ready, though.
I'll try.
You do that. And then he'll start to move off, stretching, considering he's a little frustrated about being on the having been on the ground again during a fight and seeing where they're going to be meeting up with everybody.
Yeah, so I'll say you guys barrel your way into the loft slash main area through the going through the garage door entrance to the mansion, to the manor, and you hear laughter coming from like the main dining hall.
Does it sound like Persephone?
Yeah, it sounds like Persephone's light giggle.
He's gonna pause and look at everybody. If we're gonna meet him, we're gonna have to do it where Persephone cannot see him.
Okay. Quick question.
Mm-hmm.
Who is Persephone?
Eric's wife.
Eric's widow.
Ah. Gotcha.
Yes. So, if anything, he's trying to think of a place where it'd be decent to meet up that Persephone probably won't be going near.
Swedish bros, come on.
Oh my god.
We're all meeting at the mansion. That's not happening.
Well,
Do
we
you have
saw
an
his bike
addiction?
outside. He's already here.
You guys saw
He's
Yar's
already
bike
in there.
outside.
Yeah, I know. I'm just trying to figure out where around the mansion where Persephone won't catch
I think he's
that.
already talking to her, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Probably still. He's being hyper careful about this entire situation is all.
Mm-hmm.
He just goes to check on her anyway to see what's going on.
Yeah, as you go down the hall closer to the sounding of Persephone's giggles, you turn into the doorway and you see into the dining hall. You see at one of the heads of the table, Persephone sitting and giggling, drinking some tea and with some like biscuits, and speaking to Yara who's sitting there. She's just like, "Oh, you're so fascinating, Yarrow. So you've done so many sports."
Yeah. No, we come from a big sports family. So like volleyball was our go to. And it's really cool. Like Orchid and I had kind of like a setup, like a whenever like we felt like we were in danger, I'd be like, set him up, and he'd be like, knock him down, and he'd go in for the spike. It was really cool. It was at least I think it's cool. Whenever I try to tell Laura this, it's like she, I don't know, dozes off, gets in, says something about computers. I don't know. But yeah.
It sounds like you had a really good relationship with your brother.
Yeah, I did at one time.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that it's not the same.
Oh, it's fine. I don't wanna. I don't wanna. It's all good. Oh man, where are those guys? I feel like it. Like
So the second Thorsten sees this, he just has a look on his face that says he's just done with the day right now.
Yeah, like
And then motions back to the rest of the group in a way that's like, never mind, let's come on.
as Yarrow mentions that Persephone does like see past her and sees you in the doorframe, and she's like, "Oh, I think they just arrived."
Hello, everyone.
Yeah, hey.
what's up, guys? How's it going?
You must be Persephone.
Oh, yeah. And you see her pointed ears like wiggle, and then her eyes you see she has these bright sapphire eyes as they like shimmer and they change to like emerald.
Wow. I've heard so many wonderful things about you. And I gotta say, you're just as beautiful as they say you are.
Oh, Why, thank you. And she smiles big with these big rosy cheeks. And then as she gets up to like shake your hand, you notice a slight lump in her tummy.
Chris will go up, shake her hand, and then sit down at the table.
Persephone, this is Chris. Persephone.
It's a pleasure.
Pleasure's all mine. I wish I could have met you in a little better shape. I got a little beat up.
Oh, no worries. A lot of the people in this household seem to always get themselves into
Speaking
bad shape.
of, Soren and Thorsten.
Exhibit A and B right here.
Adam walks in. Hey,
Occupational hazard.
What does Adam do?
Oh, Adam walks in. He's like, "Hey, Persephone, how you been?"
Oh, Adam, it's been a while. And she walks over to you and gives you a big hug.
I hug back. I know it's been a while. Sorry, I haven't called you personally, but how you been?
Good. You know, baby things as she gestures down to the little pouch that she has now that made the hug a little bit more weird than usual.
Yeah. That's good. I'll try and call Morgan soon. And Alan begins go sit down, but he's doing that. I don't know if you guys seen the MW2 meme with ghosts that death stare.
Oh yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, to Yarrow. I don't know if you guys seen that. To Yarrow as he sits down.
Oh God. Okay.
Cool.
And yeah, just sits down, just looks at him with that stare the whole time, basically.
Mm-hmm. He's like,
acknowledging it.
And then she looks around and is like, I guess the whole team's back together. Well, except Orchid. And she kind of drifts off for a moment.
Yeah, we tried to find him. Didn't work out.
Yeah.
Yeah, what happened there?
Long story. Can't find him.
What?
He just kind of disappeared.
He decided to go off the grid.
But it's...
I didn't intend the pun.
I got that reference.
And as you say that, you hear a doom 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 at the door.
Oh,
She's
it's Orchid.
I'm not reading this.
Orchid could sense Yarrow and
comes with a shotgun. So I thought I ended you. I guess I'll do it again.
Took him 1 month to upgrade his sniper rifle to a shotgun.
It's still the rifle, but it's
Oh, it's a shotgun version. It got a pump action.
I got a new mode.
New shotgun mode.
No,
New shotgun under attachment.
Persephone goes, I guess our visitor's here. I guess since everyone's here, this is perfect timing. And she walks off to the front door.
He just kind of looks at everybody does anyone else know about this? What's going on?
I also don't know about this. So he raises his hand.
Listen, I just learned about Persephone 2 seconds ago.
This is
Or it'll probably be our
obvious.
boss. It'll probably be our boss, and everything will get worse because that's what today's like.
Yeah.
Oh, Dixon.
He looks at Benji and goes, "Yeah, that would be about right. Yeah."
Time to introduce the 7th. Anyways.
7 Rangers.
No, so she gets the door, and she's like, oh, hey. It's like, I'm glad you're able to arrive. You hear kind of murmurs in the background. And then you hear 2 sets of footsteps walk back. And then they turn the corner, and you see a familiar face, all of you. And Yarrow, you're also surprised, but not too surprised. But surprised that she decided to make a home visit, for lack of a better term. You see Laura Majors.
This nerd. What's up?
That is definitely not Commander Dixon.
Unless Commander Dixon's a girl.
Unless they're a girl, I don't judge.
But yeah, they turn the corner and she walks in. She waves at you, Yarrow. Do any of you else say anything to her? Or?
I'll say hi to Laura. I know.
Hello, I'm Chris.
Oh,
I don't work here.
I don't work here. Is she?
Hi, Laura. I worked there.
Hey, Benji. How are you holding up?
It's a rough time to ask that. Maybe later.
Of course. She gives you a warm smile, and looks
Mhm.
over at Chris. He's like, "It's a pleasure," and holds out her hand. Do you shake it back, Chris?
Yeah, I would stand up to shake her hand, trying not to like keel over.
She gives you a strong handshake, probably stronger than you would expect.
Uh, um, yeah, I'm sorry, this is all new territory for me. What brings you here?
Well, I am the lead researcher at the laboratory for the Silver Guardians, and also personally for Eric. I work beside Persephone, and I actually know Yarrow on a personal level, and that is why I'm here.
We're roommates. I crash on the couch.
Oh,
He looks between
small world, huh?
Right. So, I guess a discussion as a whole is going to be happening, huh?
Yes, you guys seem to be in about typical shape. Looking over Chris's wounds and Thorsten's and Soren's. And she adjusts her glasses over her eyes and
No
Can only
rest
heal
for the
so much,
wicked.
man.
I can only heal so much, man.
Well, no rest for the wicked and all that, I guess.
yeah, she adjusts her eyes and immediately her like warm demeanor turns serious as you guys
Oh.
get the like yes from like whenever you would see her in the laboratory when she's like in work mode. And she takes a seat opposite of you guys at this huge dining table.
I'm assuming this is about the fact that Yarrow here has a yokai partner. Obviously, given he can morph.
Not necessarily, but just about. Do you understand how you guys are capable of morphing? Or better yet, how you guys are able to use your yokai powers while morphed?
I'm assuming, from what I remember understanding, the
Like a hot dog.
Time Force.
We think happy thoughts and click our heels together, right?
No, I think
Listen,
the
War
yokai.
Major, do you know what a hot dog is?
Oh,
Ichiban
God
just
damn
like Adam and Ichiban just do like a slight like low high five with each other, like.
Sorry. I just needed
I'm assuming it has to do with the fact that they took over the old Time Force morphers from our timeline, and something about grid interaction or something like that.
Yeah, something along those lines. Your morphers, the Time Force morphers, they were utterly charred, destroyed, useless once you guys came through your portal, your fracture in the multiverse. But it seems to be when they still had some grid energy coursing through it, since grid energy is powerful enough to still be present even if the contraption or the device is unusable. And it seems to be that the interaction and the connection of the yokai energy fused with it and somewhat adapted a new form, metamorphosis of sorts.
Which explains these. He holds up his left hand with the glove morpher.
Precisely. Now, taking this information and my battle report analytics that I've been running since you guys have touched down and interacted in this realm, I have decided to conduct some experiments, and along with the modifications and the fix that I did to Eric's quantum morpher that allowed him to morph, I decided to take it a step further. And it seems to be that through, let's just say, uh, for lack of a better term, testing it
Ben.
in
Oh,
the
sorry.
testing it in the field, without any controlled experiments, we have Yarrow, and thankfully he didn't blow up or die or anything.
Oh,
Wait, you didn't shove. Wait, did you shove him into Eric's morpher?
Hmm?
Did you shove the thing that killed Eric into his morpher?
Oh no.
Okay,
Eric's
I was
morpher
concerned. I'm good.
Eric's morpher is still still locked up. But I used the blueprints and the studies to produce a new device.
He
That-
fashioned him his own morpher.
Yeah, I get that now. I was just making sure.
Yeah, essentially. It wasn't meant for Yarrow, but Yarrow is a persistent one.
Who was it meant for?
No one really. More of a backup plan.
Backup plan in case something happened to us.
Essentially, if we're able to produce conduits to connect or fuse with a yokai, then we could harness that power and, do something good with it. Especially if we're in an issue or in a situation where you guys would disappear or be no more.
So mass producing Power Rangers then.
Assuming Commander Dixon doesn't want to get in the way of that.
Oh, trust me, my experience in my jurisdiction has nothing to do with Silver Guardians. Half the things I do is it's more just title work and hearsay and for the pay, but everything I do is purely for my own science and to help out Eric since I owe him one.
Right. Benji, you wanna let them know?
Oh, right. The I caught
Yeah,
communications earlier that. Sorry. Make sure I remember my own message. Hold on. It's that I caught communications that they were discussing about inside of the actual Silver Guardians themselves anti-Power Ranger plans. They're planning to try to take us down at any cost.
Yes, I did fear that. I did.
And they've got, unfortunately, thanks to an oversight, they have a hold of some of that key metal.
It's not the first time I keep hearing key metal being talked about within the Silver Guardians.
I mean, I showed it to you that one. Or no, I didn't talk to Laura that day. Never mind.
I definitely think that will be a problem, but we could cross that bridge when we get there. We have quite a few things to handle here. Seems you have a new friend in Chris, was it?
Yep, that's me.
And then you also have Yarrow here, which I understand. I very much understand the implications it means to have someone with this name and this face around.
yeah. Feelings are there, but hopefully there's also an understanding that it's not fair to hold them towards him.
Precisely.
Yara raises his hand.
Yes, Yarrow.
Hey, oh boy, I know there's a lot going on there.
You have no idea.
Right. I was briefed on a little bit, but I'm sure it's nothing compared to what you guys are going through. I'm in this for to help. This is my world, and I want to help. And those kids out there, those are just kids. That's where I'm at. So I understand. You know, we don't have to go out for a cola or whatever after work after saving people, but I just am here to do what I can and stop this stuff from hurting people. And that's it.
Yeah. Just because you're here and it's most convenient now, your brother thinks you're involved with the power dust.
Okay. He kind of thinks he's like, that's okay. I mean, like he got a low opinion of me anyway, so that's fine. If there's confusion, that's fine. I'll deal with it when I deal with it.
Just giving you a bit of a heads up. We had a moment to find that out. Let's just leave it at that.
So you guys talk to him.
Yeah, we can call that talk. Yeah.
Okay. Okay, we're doing this whole like I kind of give you information, but kind of not thing again.
All right, fine. I'll stop beating around the bush. Someone decided to kidnap him, and we had to get him free.
And on cue comes swirling in Konami. She's like, "Oh my god, I finally
The
made it,
gang's all
guys!"
Hey, welcome, Konami. Nice of you to show up.
And
And
she's she has her
meet the
shade.
culprit.
She has her shades on, like kind of like half like resting on her nose, and she's like sipping on some moon bucks.
Okay.
like-
This is Laura Majors here,
Oh hey, how's it
a
going?
scientist. Yeah, this is Persephone over here.
Oh, colorful eyes.
And then this is Yarrow. He looks a lot like Orchid, but I can promise you it's
Oh.
not.
Yeah, it's the guy I kidnapped or I borrowed.
Oh,
Don't-
oh,
Mm.
oh. Okay.
Yeah.
He also did you say
Understood.
Yarrow? You mean the guy that I maybe that's not the best time to talk about that.
You give me. Hey, listen. Quiet time, all right?
Wait, Yarrow's here. Does
Anyway.
that mean? And as she says that, Yarrow, you like kind of like get this like weird like feeling coming from like your chest
Mm-hmm.
as like this like kind of slime starts coming over your shirt and kind of like protruding from you, almost like it's like sentient.
Is it
Yokai
pulling a
Slimer?
symbiote?
It
It's pulling
Is it
a
doing what a? Is it pulling like a symbiote and just
Yeah.
like kind of coming out like
Yeah.
Venom does?
Essentially, it looks like how Guden appeared on Yarrow's shoulder when you fought him. So yeah, just from the chest instead of the shoulder.
Yeah, Chris like slides away from Yarrow on the table. Ew, what is that?
And it starts like protruding out as it like comes completely out, and it's like this weird ball as it like kind of like spits out and then it comes back, and it's like this weird sphere as it then solidifies and goes, and then it cracks and shatters almost like, and it opens up like an egg, and now in the middle of the table you guys see
Baby.
this.
You've got to be kidding me.
He's like, what?
Huh?
What are you doing?
It's a fox.
Get good. Come on. Let's go. Come back over here.
I am not sober enough for this. He goes to walk off.
Kind of cute. That was really weird.
He slowly glides to the table and shakes around his fur and spreads out his 10 tails. And when you see his like his fur and his skin, especially around his tails, they seem very like a mixture of like white and red, and like this like kind of weird like shadowy aura, kind of like almost like a corruption or decrepit look, like somewhat decayed.
And I meant I'm too sober for this. I misspoke.
Can I pet him?
No, please don't.
Oh, all right.
He opens his eyes and blinks a little bit and looks around. And he goes to speak, and you hear, "Hello." Oh. And then he like pauses and looks puzzled for a moment.
Hi.
He's like, Gurren, get back over here. Come on.
How do you guys respond to his hello?
Yokai Spirit enough. um Again, the same death there that he was giving Yarrow goes to Gurren now, basically.
Gurren looks puzzled, and he like opens his mouth slowly, and he's like, "Hello?" And like looks around and looks at Yarrow, and he's like, "What have you done to me?"
I don't. This is new for me too. We'll talk about it later. Get over here. Get over here.
Get over here. And Yara, this is the first time you're, like you also hear like this is not the demonic voice that you
Right. This is not what. Like this is really weird.
And also for the rest of you, this is not Gurren's voice.
I'm so sorry, guys. Shit. Gurren, come here.
I think you have to say like an infusion or something.
I don't know what that means.
I
Oh
don't know what
man,
that one means.
that sounds crazy.
Gurren like kind of like turns around for a moment and then shakes and like looks around and like looks over and like feels like something on his ear and then looks like kind of gets startled for a moment and he's like taking in that he actually like feels the weight and like the touch of his tails again. And it's like super strange for him.
Do you know this guy? Economy?
Oh, yeah. He seems a lot less. He looks a lot less hot now.
What is it? Is it the fact that he's like 1 foot tall?
Hmm.
When she says that, Benji, who's been making a 10-yard stare in front of himself at how uncomfortable he is here today, he's just gonna get up and I guess go upstairs to his room. Because he just feels like this is too much.
Hey, oh, okay. Gurren, we have a lot we got to talk about. For now, can you just come back over here or go back into me or whatever it is you do?
Yeah. Yeah, Chris. That that's meant to be Gooden. He was like he's the banished one, the forgotten one.
Oh yeah, I remember you telling me about him.
Yeah,
I
remember?
imagine him looking way cooler.
Wow.
Yeah, I don't really know what happened to him, honestly, but yeah, you know, he looked pretty, you know, he was like chained up for a little bit, so I decided to cut him some slack and like unchain him. He said he wouldn't get in my way, so I said, okay, fine, that's fine.
Hmm. Well, that's nice of you.
I'm so glad I went upstairs if I heard this. My god.
Yeah. Thorsten comes back in time with a drink. In time to hear that. I'm sorry, you did what?
Hmm?
Did I hear you let him go?
Okay.
Let let him what?
You unchained Gurren in the first
You're
place?
telling
I
me
mean,
you're the reason for that.
I mean, he, he looked miserable. I was doing him a solid.
See, her
Yeah.
heart's always in the right place, guys.
Uh-huh.
And look
And
at
that
him.
solid ended up taking lives.
He looks harmless now.
I
Yeah,
Like I
look at how
said,
cute he is.
I reach across the table and I just grab Gurren and I just bring him closer to me.
and Gurren immediately like feels you like going to nab him and tries to run away, but again, not used to having a backside like with tails. You like grab him by a tail, and you just hear "Ah!" as you yank him by a tail and you pull him in.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. Okay. Okay. I think we should continue on with the meeting. I'm sure this will come up. There's more points to this. There's some science behind this. I promise. But I think that we're getting to a very unproductive place.
Adam
I don't really like the
faces
feng shui in this room right now. A lot of negativity.
So, Laura Majors, this is my yokai. Konami. Um,
And
you seem like a person that should know her. You know about all this stuff.
Laura immediately starts just analyzing her from like head to toe. And she's like,
with the tape measure and everything.
and like she's already like she's already like up close and like looking her up and down or whatever, and she's like, very interesting. As Konami just goes, ow, what is that? And Laura takes a little pocket like syringe or whatever, and like takes like a small like blood sample.
Yeah, she doesn't always look like that. She's actually a dragon.
Fascinating. And she puts it in like her inside her coat. She's like, I'm gonna have to run some tests. But anyways, I feel like this was very productive. Having you guys all meet like this. I hope you guys can learn to work together.
Wow.
I'm gonna head back to the lab, and Yarrow, I left some food in the fridge. So
yeah. Gee, thanks. Great, Laura.
I think this is the start of something beautiful, guys.
Alan wants to go up to Yarrow. He's gonna go up to Yarrow and like get super close to his ear, like kill him to a whisper.
Oh God.
And
Yeah, okay.
like get super close, like Yarrow. I know it's not you, but Gurren, it is you. I know you can hear me. I will feed you to your Madaku when given the chance. And Alan just walks away.
Thorsten just throws his drink back on one shot and just walks off.
Men. And Konami just sips on her moonbuck some more.
Yeah. Man, am I right? Look at that Persephone.
Persephone kind of just doesn't know what to do with it, so looking like a lost puppy looking at everybody.
Yarrow's gonna, like, after all of that, also still holding Gurren in both a stay right here. I'm forcing you to stay right here, but also a please don't hurt this little bit child. Kind of stance. Kind of looks over at Chris and Tournament. He goes, I don't think that I'm in a position or any moral authority to judge whatever happened with Orchid, but is he safe? Is he okay? Was he hurt?
Oh, we don't know where Orchid is.
No. When you had him.
Oh, okay. You're Orchid.
My Orchid, yes.
Yeah, you're Orchid. Yeah. What about him?
Chris.
Yeah. Okay, I can tell you this. He's way better off now than he was earlier.
Okay, but
Konami.
When you gotten way better off, actually.
Konami, you just hear like the slurping noise of like the bottom of like a drink when it's like empty. And she goes, he's fine. I put him where I found him.
we're not addressing the unhurt part. He's not hurt.
No, I mean, he was tied
No.
up.
Okay.
And he might have had some nausea from going on a trip.
Okay.
And he has some cash now, so I mean, apparently that's something you guys fancy. It seems you guys go crazy over paper. Why is
It's
that
like
again?
gold, but it's not real.
Oh yeah, your fake gold.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's great because you can just always make more.
I don't think that's true. All right. Well, thanks. This has been a lot, and I think I also need to find a drink.
How do you respond to Adam whispering sweet nothings into your ear?
Yeah, I was say sweet nothings into your ear. Basically.
Again, he's very like. Part of him wants to hate Gurren, clearly, but like or dislike Gurren even, but like Gurren's kind of like a part of him right now, so he's just like, no, no, this is no, it's okay. But he's as far as like everything Adam said to him, he is allowing himself to be whatever everyone else needs to get out. Like it's like, yeah, you're right. That version of me did do that, and yeah, sorry.
Well, like Adam acknowledged the fact it wasn't you, like this version of you. So like he acknowledged
Yeah.
that fact finally.
That's
But
true.
Gurren is still Gurren though, so
It is.
Even
he's
though
on
he's
Adam's
getting
hit
cuddly.
list basically.
But he's
Adam,
getting cuddly.
he's on the hit list right now for Adam.
Yeah, fair enough. I think he's just like, not like we're kind of like regarding Adam like kind of like good talk. Adam. Uh so those pictures of you that are like floating around, like that you? Like you're taking
Uh,
the picture?
is is Gurren like still out? Like you're still holding Gurren, right? Or is he put him somewhere else?
Yeah, he has no idea how to get Gerd back.
Inside. Okay, so like I guess Adam like is doing his best to like only make eye contact with you.
Uh-huh.
And like trying to like look as far away as he can from Gurren's like face or like anything of
Sure,
him.
sure, sure.
Yeah, all those pictures on the internet are of me. I am the Omen Green, as you know.
Right. And you're also because you would put by the author, right? So it'd be by what was it? Dylan
Luke,
Luke Knight.
Lucas Knight, yeah, Lucas Knight.
Lucas
It would be
Knight.
under Lucas Knight.
And he says and Lucas Knight is
Me and Adam snaps his fingers and like finger guns himself, basically. Like, yeah, that's me.
all right, cool. Cool. Uh those are great pictures. Great
Thank
talk.
you.
Sorry, yeah, great talk. I'm gonna figure out what to do here. Does this happen to you?
Oh yeah, all the time. And like Ichiban like pops out of my right shoulder, basically. Like
Yeah,
he's
Ichiban.
my
Ichiban
he's my
pops
best
out.
bud, and I fist bump him.
He goes, what's up?
Like
Okay.
he goes back inside basically by himself, like a little fist bump that goes back in.
Okay, so they can't go back inside.
Yeah, when he pops out whenever he wants to, or whenever I call him out.
Okay,
But
so
that's all up to him, though.
gotcha. Okay, cool. I got some stuff to figure out clearly.
I bet you do.
Yeah.
And is there anything else you needed? Like
No,
Adam like
no.
struggles out to like say Yarrow.
Nope, nope. I don't. I don't.
I guess you're staying here. You can use my old room, and yeah. And Adam just walks out. I think he walks out to the front entrance.
Mm-hmm.
I gotta. I stay at Laura's, but okay, thank you.
Hey, if you want a place to crash that isn't just a couch, you're always welcome in my place.
Thanks, Chris. I appreciate that, man.
Anything for a fellow fighter of justice.
Oh yeah.
Wow, my best friend in this scenario is Chris.
Facts. That was just interesting. But yeah, to kind of like pivot backwards for just a moment, back to where Yarrow mentioned knowing Chris. I don't know if you would have wanted to elaborate on that.
Yeah. He's like so crazy. Want to know something crazy? Was talking earlier about how I actually you did a show at the Silver Lining. I worked there.
Oh, you work there? I go there all the time.
Yeah. I see you often. I'm just like a bouncer. Essentially.
Ah,
Yeah.
that's my fault. I should have introduced myself.
No, it's all good. It's all good. You're quite busy.
All right. Well, if you're a bouncer, that means you go there often,
I'm there like yeah.
like every night.
Yeah, when I'm not doing this, yeah.
It's like a full time, part time.
Yeah. Come on, more leaning towards part time. Because I'm kind of, I've been trying to research this stuff with the dust, which I didn't really get to talk about. Gordon kind of stole the show there. Um, yeah.
Well, I mean, I'm not a science person, but you could tell me.
Well, I'm also not a science person. It's just like I'm, you know, it's really interesting. Like, it seems like black dust makes people like uh makes people have like harder skin and like um
Oh, the
other
the power dust.
yeah, the power dust.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
research that or
Well, more like I've kind of been on the getting my ass kicked end of it. But yeah,
okay.
that's my version. And then I like bring some back to Laura to like tell me like, hey, is this what's going on? And
Oh,
she's like,
you got beat up while morphed?
no. This is before I even like started working. So like, all right. So here's what's crazy. The Silver Lining was actually under different management at one point.
Okay.
And they the dudes were kind of like on the sketchy side, just doing some stuff. So they decided they were gonna like host a fight night. And at first it's like, okay, all right, and, as
Yeah,
long
that
as
sounds
it's
sick.
as long as it's like sanctioned and there are rules, sure. Um,
Yeah, of
there,
course, of course.
there was not. There was, in fact, such a lack of rules that they allowed like 18-year-old kids, 16, so whatever year old, I think it was like 18-year-old kids, into the fight. And what makes it worse is that kid had the power dust.
That's not fair.
Yeah, less than fair. Made the kid like super crazed and kind of like attack everyone and everything. So,
This stuff is
yeah,
wild. You ever tried it?
kind of like blinks looking at Chris. uh, no,
Okay.
no, and like for the record, as far as like my brother goes, like I don't do drugs. Um, it's,
Respect.
yeah, it's a it's a mistake that I've tried to explain, and then I just kind of I don't know. I don't know. It's sometimes talking to my brother gets really difficult.
Mhm.
Um,
Family stuff, yeah.
yeah. So anyway, so I've been kind of I was gonna kind of share what I knew. Crazy. The green dust is like the one that's like probably the most powerful because we don't really know what it does exactly. Like it seems to do like more than one thing.
Mhm.
Like extra stuff. So it's like the least. And anyway, so yeah, I was gonna kind of like try to share notes with folks, but maybe another time.
Yeah. I mean, they come from another universe, and
Right.
they probably wouldn't understand it anyway.
I I don't know. I think that they're still grieving, which that's very fair. I don't know how this is gonna go. I don't know how exactly we're gonna work together, but I'm hopeful.
Well, I guess it's like the enemy of my enemy is my friend.
Right, that's what I was kind of hoping for. I'm like, okay, that's why I just kind of did like that speech there. I'm like, hey, I get it. Like, let's just be like workplace associates. We don't got to be friends. It's cool.
I think that might work, but it's more important, when times get tough that we're able to work as a team,
Right.
you know.
Damn, that was deep, Chris.
Yeah, I mean, when I was a kid, I remember always hearing about Power Rangers and stuff. I just don't think a Power Ranger team with animosity towards each other would be very effective.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't blame them though, but I think you're right.
I mean, I can't control how they feel, but as long as you're going to be with us, I'll stick up for you.
Crazy realization to him that Chris wow. Chris from the Silver Line.
And
Chris.
with that, Chris, you get a vibration on your phone.
Check it real quick.
You get a message from an unknown contact saying, "Hey, Dr. Majors here. I'll be staying in touch. Expect me to reach back out."
I'm sure like Chris would read it, like furrow his brow for a second, probably thinking like, how did they get my number? Oh well, irrelevant. And he'll text back, okay, cool, roger that.
Roger that.
Over and out.
Over and out.
10-4.
Is that how
Heard.
Silver Guardians work? I don't know.
Yo, this is crazy. Like neither of us have like any like military experience.
I mean, hold on. At least you're a bouncer, okay? Chris dances.
Yeah.
Okay. Like,
oh boy. Yeah.
He's also was like a sports star.
yeah, you're also a sports star.
All right. No, I have those things going for me, but like these guys have like gone on mission after mission together.
Yeah.
You know.
They killed.
They've killed people together. That's deep bonds. Oh man.
But with that, I think, with everyone, with Yara and Chris somewhat banding together as the new guys on the block to see if they could mend these fractured fences, we will touch back on this family therapy next time.
You hear Adam snorting the black.
Oh God!
Oh no.
No. You hear like a loud snort from the front yard.
Adam explodes. Cuts.
You would. Next to press the fit, you're gonna snort it.
You just gave me flashbacks and characters blowing up.
Oh, Lord. But yeah, with that, we will touch back this next time on Power Rangers Shadow Omens. So until then, bye.
A loud snort comes from the front yard.